So, I hope everyone is doing well and coping well with COVID-19. So, I'm on your screens because I want to tell you something. I got a stammer. Yes, I know I have made a documentary on my stammer. I know I was on ITV and Channel 5 the other day talking about my stammer. But my stammer is me. You heard a small portion of what I have been through with my stammer, and I want to reveal on here today my full story to how I developed my stammer. So, my stammer did begin when I was 8 years old, but sadly I did fall out of my baby walker when I was 3 and 4 years of age, and that fractured a part of my skull, and the part I fractured was the left or right side of my skull. So if you can see here, I got a scar on my head, and that may contribute to my stammer. So I had a lot of speech therapists in the past, and my stammer gets worse when I'm stressed about something, or I got a important work thing to do, or if I'm around a lot of people who I think that will judge me because of my stammer. And one story that sticks into my mind each time I think about my stammer was when I was about 11 or 12 years old, when my sisters made me go down to the fish and chip shop and order some food. And some people with stammers hate that, and I did too, because try and order something simple as fish and chips. It sounds simple, but if you have a stammer, it's not. So when I went into the shop, I couldn't get even my words out, and then I didn't understand what a stammer was. So I ended up not getting the food they wanted or me, and that does stick into my mind each time I go to a coffee shop, a food shop, or anything, even today. So when I had that experience with the shop, and I thought to myself I was the only person in the world with a stammer, and each speech therapist I used to see, it used to always be one-on-one, never with groups of people, so I couldn't meet other people with stammers. So I went through high school, and I struggled a lot in school with my stammer when I used to read out bits in the book, and I hated when the teacher used to go around each person to make them read a paragraph, and I used to just try to avoid it. But sometimes I think, oh my god, what do my other peers and classmates think of me if I stumbled on a word or that? So it did really hurt my self-esteem. So I went through high school with that, and then after that I went to the Michael Palin Centre, and in the past I have spoken very highly of the Michael Palin Centre, and highly is not a word. They did change my life. So the Michael Palin Centre, I went on a 2-week intensive course to learn some breathing techniques and to see what was wrong with my stammer. And that's what I first thought. And I thought, will this work? Will this be another speech therapy and they will teach me how to do some breathing techniques and just leave me be? So the first day I met some amazing people on the group and they taught me certain breathing techniques that day, and after the first week I noticed a real difference in my speech. And the Michael Palin Centre, the difference is they teach you how to be proud to have a stammer, and other speech therapies just want to make you think you will grow out of it, but a true fact, you won't grow out. Some people do, but it's still in there waiting to burst out. And so after the Michael Palin Centre, I made a documentary for my final piece at East Surrey College called My Stammer Is Me. And then that took me 6 weeks to make, because I felt like the Michael Palin Centre taught me so much and they changed my life. I have to give back something to them. And in that documentary I revealed a lot about my speech, but I didn't reveal the whole thing. That's why I'm doing it now. And there were amazing people in that documentary. So how I knew the people in the documentary were Harriet Dimmock. I used to go to East Surrey with her, and we became friends through there. And Rick Sharkey, I used to train with his son Joseph Sharkey, one of my best friends, and the stories they were told are amazing. It seems like I was talking to myself a bit. And there was a person at the end of the documentary, Sir Michael Palin, and I have spoken highly about him, and he's a true gentleman. So living with 22 years with a stammer, if someone told me would I change a thing, I would talk to my 8-year-old self and say, well, you have a stammer, but this is what you will achieve. You will meet some amazing people that are friends for life. You will make a 32-minute documentary about your stammer that 4,000 people have watched, and hopefully will change their perceptions of stammering. And you will be on Channel 5 News, on ITV News, live talking about your stammer. And if the 8-year-old me heard that, it would change my mindset completely. And I want to end this video by saying the phrase I said in my documentary: my stammer is me.